ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं मह्यं सदा ददाति स्मृतिं। So we had begun our discussion with Sarvadharman Parityajyam Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, and how every chapter is connected with Sarvadharman Parityajya. Is it a new idea that God is coming up with? Okay, I told you about karma, I told you about jnana, simply I told you all these things. You just leave all that and just surrender to me. Is that the idea or is it something else? So then with that background, we began Arjuna Vishad Yoga, how Arjuna was lamenting, and Arjuna's lamentation did not get solved. So the idea was that Arjuna is still in ignorance, that is why he had this lamentation. So then Krishna first explains about Sankhya Yoga. So Arjuna first surrenders to him as a disciple, and Krishna explains about Sankhya Yoga, difference between body and soul, first step in spiritual life. And then Krishna tells that he becomes Sthita Prajna, and such a person is eligible to go back to God. After hearing this, Arjuna gets a practical question. What is the question?
What are the symptoms of Sthita Prajna?
No, that is all explained. Sthita Prajna, he is having controlled senses and he is perfect person. He goes ultimately back to God. After that, Arjuna gets some question. Huh?
Why should
so if Sankhya Yoga is the only thing, then I will go towards study of knowledge, understanding the spirit soul. And why I should engage in war? Durena Yavaram Karma, Buddhi Yogam Dhananjaya. So throw away the karma, just do Buddhi Yoga. That is what Krishna says. So that is what Arjuna wants. He wants to throw away all the karma and just do Buddhi Yoga. So why you are engaging in war? Then Krishna says, what is that? In the Indriyartha Vimudatma, Mithyachara Savichyate. Artificially you cannot do that, you will become Mithyachari. Yastrindriyani Manasa, Niyamya Ardhvate Arjuna, Karmendriya Karma Yogam, Asakta Savichyate. We cannot live without working. Everyone has to do some work. So better do Karma Yoga. Engage your senses properly in activities. And which are the activities? The activities are centered around Yajna. Yajna Shishtashina Santo Muchyante Sarvakil Vishya. All the sins are gone away when you do Yajna. When you present your offerings in Yajna, all the sins are gone. Even for a everyday Grahastha, he does 5 sins. Kuttana, Bheshana, Gharchana, Tadana. Like he crushes. There are some entities who are killed. Then after that, he cleans the grains. In this process, some entities are killed. Then he lights the fire. Some entities are killed. Boils. In that, some entities are. So these are the Panchasuna dosha, which a Grahastha does every day. Even if you are just simply eating and staying at home. You are not earning money. You are not cheating anybody. You are not. Just eat and stay at home. You are doing these 5 sins. Whereas when you offer the food in Yajna, then what happens is you are free from that. Kilbishay, that sins we are. So for that, Yajnarthat Karmano Anyatra Lokayam Karma Bandhana. If you don't do your karma for Yajna, then it will be Karma Bandhana. But if you don't do karma itself, then there is no hope. So karma has to be done. And nobody can live without doing karma. So karma has to be done, and that karma has to be done for Yajna. This is the whole essence of 3rd chapter. Now, ultimately, if you do like this, then senses will be under control, then lust has to be regulated. And how that lust has to be regulated? That is possible by knowledge. That is when the Jnana Yoga 4th chapter comes. And this knowledge is not something Krishna is inventing. It is very old knowledge which he is giving once again. And when you are taking this knowledge, you will understand the supremacy of the Lord. You will be able to meditate on the Lord. And in that meditation, all your offerings will be in this Jnana Yajna. Your body, your mind, everything will be offered in Yajna of knowledge. Then you will be freed from all these things. And once you are free from all these things, then what you have to do? You have to do war. That is what Krishna says to Arjuna in the 4th chapter. Now what happens is, till this much we have studied.
Karma sannyas.
Yes. Tasmat Tasmad Adnana Sambhutam Ritsam Jnana Sinatmanaha Chitvainam Samshayam Yogam Attishta Bharata. Okay, now you get up and do war. Again, what is the confusion here now? First of all, you tell sannyasa. And then you tell about yoga. Just now you told about jnana. Jnana, automatic result of jnana is sannyasa. Once you are in the line of jnana, you are doing sannyasa. So Arjuna was convinced that okay, sannyasa is the way now. Okay, that way my lust and everything will be rectified. Now again you are telling war, yuddham. Get up and do war. Now what is this confusion? He asked this. So then, still Arjuna has not understood one very important thing. He is thinking karma is for karmis.
Okay.
And jnana is for jnanis who are purifying themselves. So Krishna says, Sankhya Yoga Pratak Bala na prapadyanti Pandita. Small children, they will discriminate between Sankhya and Yoga. They will discriminate between the knowledge and the karma. They will think these two are different, small children. But Pandita is not like. Pandita knows how to do samanvaya of both of them. What is the right?
Extremely beautiful.
Huh?
Extremely beautiful explanation.
Yes. So, see, Sankhya Yoga Pratak Bala Pravadanti na Panditaha Ekam Apyastita Samyak Ubhayor Vindate Phalam. When you are situated properly in this, you will get the result of both. What is the result of both? Karmani in karma, Yajna Shishtasena Santu Muchante Sarva Kilvish. Your sins are gone. And what is the result of jnana? Your lust is gone. Desires are gone. So sins are also gone, desires are also gone. Is there a solution like that? That is Karma Yoga and Krishna consciousness.
It's like 5th chapter of Gita.
So when you do Karma Yoga and Krishna consciousness, you do the same activities. Like Prabhuji just now did cooking. Even if you go to any hotels, there also they will do cooking.
Perspective is different.
Everyone is doing the same. So same activities are happening at both places. But here, because it is done for Krishna, it is both karma and yoga both. Karma and jnana both. Because your attachment to Lord is increasing, your sannyasa is increasing, and at the same time, you are doing activities which are offering to yajna. So, this is where what happens is there is a proper samanvaya of karma and what is that? Jnana. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalayar indriyarapi yogena karma kurvanti sangam tektvatma shuddhaye. See, you are doing activities, but then the results are not yours. You are not doing the results for yourself. When you are engaged in activities of Krishna consciousness, then you are doing the same cooking. You might be doing collection of money. You might be building big temples. You might be doing very heavy, like in our Salem, they run these JCBs and trains, all our saffron devotees. So such heavy works are done to lift those big stones and all those things. Now, even while doing this, they are not getting entangled into all these things. Because there is no my thing in that. Aham.
It's for the Lord.
Yes. Ahankara. You know the meaning of ahankara. Ahankara. What is the ahankara? Ahamkara. Minus. Minus. Yes.
I am the doer.
Yes. Minus.
Karta aham.
But if you see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, for Brahma Vimona, 1 year these people were not there. So that year the love for their children increased for the Gopas and Gopis. So Parikshit Maharaj asked the question, how is that possible? Every small living entity has affection for their own children, saying that these are my children. They will have so much affection. When some other child is come to your house, how can the affection be more than what it is for your child? For 1 year. This is the question Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukhdeva. That time Sukhdeva Goswami explains a very important point. Aham. Aham means me. Correct. Aham avam vayam. Sanskrit Shabdaru. Aham means me. Vayam means?
We both. We two.
Vayam means all three of us. All of us.
Avam is we.
Now for lecture we are Vayam.
Yeah.
Once the lecture finishes, you go to your home, that time you are Aham only. So there is something that doesn't leave you even when you go alone. That is Aham. Vayam means that we leave and go. But Aham will never leave us alone. Aham will be there even when I am alone. Correct. So that minus. Actually in Sanskrit, Aham means Supreme Lord. One of the names is Aham. There is also another name, Ahaha. Aha with Visarga. Ahaha is another name of Supreme Lord. Aham is also one name of Supreme Lord of Narayana. So that Narayana, he never leaves us. Even when we go to a room, even we go to a bathroom, when we go to sleep, everywhere, he never leaves us. He's always with us. So because he's always with us, he is the real Aham. He is the real Aham. So real Ahamkara means to recognize Paramatma is the real Ahamkara.
It's like 180 degrees different, right? Like many.
So to recognize Paramatma is the real Ahamkara. So when Paramatma comes to your house as your child, he is more near than our own child. So to get affection towards him is the real Ahankara. So practically when we are engaged in activities of Krishna consciousness, we leave all this Ahamkara minus and we do it for Supreme Lord. Actually in third chapter also Krishna is saying the same thing. But still Arjuna was not ready to understand. When we do Yajna Shishta Shinasantu Muchante, when you offer it to Yajna, we are actually offering it for the pleasure of Lord only. But because you have not come to the level of Sankhya Yoga, Prathak Bala, you are still on Sankhya and Yoga are different, no? So at least do Yajna and clear your sins, that's all. At least come to next chapter, we'll discuss about Yoga Rudasya Tasya. So in the first level of Yoga Ruda, Aruruksha, in the first level you are just clearing your sins. But gradually as you advance, what happens is you will come to that level where, okay, you will understand that I was actually doing for Krishna only. Now later on, if Arjuna agrees to do war, after this knowledge, if Arjuna agrees to do war, that time what will be his situation? His situation will be of action in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So that is where this whole jnanenu tu tatatjnanam yesham nashikam atmanah tesham
Aditya Vajnana.
prakashanti tatparam. See, this knowledge will enlighten our life. By enlightening, what it means is that all the anarthas will go away. On one hand, the anarthas, all the false givings, all the attachments will go away by knowledge. And on the other hand, by practical application, what happens is we will be situated in a sinless life, because that is also very important. If one side you are earning money is from sins, other side, if you are engaging in pure Krishna consciousness, these sins that are getting accumulated, it will Isham Tantagatam Papam Jananam Punyakarmanam Te Dvando Moha Nirmukta Bhajante Mam Drudavrata. The Druda Bhakti will not come. When your sins are eradicated, that is when Druda Bhakti will come. Antagatam Papam Jananam Punyakarmanam Te Dvando Moha Nirmukta Bhajante Mam Drudavrata. So if you have to have Druda Bhakti, Druda Vrata, if you have to have practice, then Papa should end. So if your earning is through Papa, and then this side you are doing Bhakti, it will not last. That is why it is very essential, at least the people be in their Swadharma, in their own occupation. Brahmana, if he is to Yajna, what is that? Patan, Patan, Yajana, Yajana, Dana, Pratika. If through donations he is maintaining, then he is getting the money by without papa. Still there is some papa, but that is better than the sinful society of today. Similarly, other steps. 2 minutes, nothing minute. So similarly, when you are plowing the field, okay, there is sin in plowing the field also, but it is not as sinful as the modern society's sinful occupation. So this chapter Krishna ends with Bhoktaram Yatyapadasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shantir Muchyate. This knowledge of Krishna consciousness, when you get this talent of engaging your actions for Krishna with the knowledge also of Krishna, that is when your understanding will become perfect. So this is short we will do. Next is also very important, because question may come. This has confused people like anything. All this is okay. Why yoga is required? Why breathing is required? Why this is required? So why that topic was necessary at all? That we will discuss next. Because Krishna is doing nothing fruitless. Everything he has some purpose in putting. So that we will see. Okay.